Hey there guys, I know it's been a while since I've made a video about movies, but I really feel that I need to. As of late, I've been watching quite a few movies. The rule I have is that I only watch them when I eat, but to get back to the movies, I've noticed that there is a pretty big lack of good movies these days. 2025 hasn't really been the best source of good movies to watch, but even though I make that statement, I found a few great movies amongst the flops that have sort of restored my faith in movies. Now, I want to talk about the movies I've watched, and the movies are Superman 2025, Fantastic Four 2025, Lost Lands 2025, the Demon Slayer movie 2025, Weapons 2025, and the Minecraft movie 2025. To be honest, I will say this. Saying all modern 2025 movies are bad would be an exaggeration, but I feel that a lot of the big modern 2025 movies are very weak and mediocre. I haven't watched all of them, but I've watched the ones that have been getting the most hype, and I don't think I'll be able to use a lot of footage of the movies because I don't want this video to get copyright struck, so I will see how much I can use. I watched Fantastic Four 2025 and Superman 2025. And the worst part about these movies is that they are weak. They have very little substance. As the credits roll, at the end of these movies, it left me feeling empty and like I had wasted my time. They are not bad movies at all, but take into consideration the fact that most movies these days have 2-hour run times. It really doesn't feel good to watch a movie that feels flat. And it makes no sense that these movies didn't deliver on what I had thought would be a good experience. The movies had pretty good actors and a really good level of production, but they lacked any dark tone. They lacked anything that made the movies and narrative feel real. We also need to take into consideration that these are basically remakes of older franchises that previously had blockbuster hits which did a much better job than the modern versions. But after checking the box office results, it seems that the weaker remakes have performed extremely well, in many cases even better than the previous movies. The problem I have with these remakes is that they have been almost baby-proofed. It's crazy that one is a DC movie and the other is a Marvel movie. Movies that have the same level of performance as a Netflix show. As far as Fantastic Four and Superman are concerned, I personally was not a fan of them, and I'm glad that I didn't watch them in the cinema, because these days I find it hard to stay awake in the cinemas. I watched the Minecraft movie and I watched it on my birthday no less. My friend will probably hate me for saying this, but I actually fell asleep at least 4 times during that movie. The movie wasn't too bad, but I just haven't always been a huge fan of Minecraft. But there was so much hype for the movie, so my friend invited me to watch it, and I didn't regret it. The movie was alright. Modern movies still seem to have some big problems. Yeah, sure, they still make money, but at this point, I feel like the only reason people watch most of these movies is because there really isn't much else to watch. But one could also argue that maybe most of these movies are not worth going to the cinemas for, because judging from what has been coming out these days, I can't justify the cost of going to the movies. Most of these modern movies would be better off enjoyed from your couch at home, with your own snacks and ability to pause and go to the bathroom whenever you want. Now I want to talk about the movies that I did like. For one, the new Demon Slayer movie is absolutely fantastic. I was awake for the whole 2.5 hours. It was a constant stream of action and legendary animation. This is my first time ever watching an anime movie in cinemas. I don't know how many times it has happened before, of where they play anime movies in cinemas, but for me it was my first time, and believe you me, I had a great time. My friend kept checking up on me to see if I was falling asleep, but I was awake for the full movie, and I enjoyed the experience. I really thank my friend for inviting me. Shout out to my friend Chiriza-san. The next 2 movies I want to talk about is Lost Lands and Weapons. Lost Lands is a really good movie. As far as the production goes, it looks a little bit like a lower budget movie compared to the other movies that I mentioned, but other than that, it is a really good movie that I unexpectedly enjoyed. I went in just looking for something to watch while I eat my supper, and it turned out to be such a great movie. If you haven't watched it, it's almost like the movie called Priest from back in 2011, where it's based on a post-apocalyptic wasteland, and it has Dave Bautista and Mila Jovovich as the main characters. And of course, I'm sure you know Batista from WWE and Mila Jovovich from the Resident Evil movies. They both gave a really good performance. The action in the movie was really good. I would urge people to go give it a watch. The latest movie I watched was Weapons, and I ignored it for a while because it's more of a horror movie. And I'm not a big fan of horror movies because yes, I am a scary cat. But the movie has the right balance of everything. It is more of a psychological horror, so it tries more to build a strong narrative and a really good character development. It is by far one of the best movies I've watched in 2025, and the best part is that it doesn't try reinvent the wheel, but it keeps things simple, and that's what I like about it. It is a very good movie, and I really hope you guys give it a watch. I just wanted to give my perspective about something that I really felt I need to make a video about. And with that, this is the Chilly Man signing off. I thank everyone for watching. Peace out.